All right. So we're back here. Me and my daughter, and we had this. She had. Where did this idea come from?
Well, one thing, my big brother once to carry his coconut.
Right. So your brother got this coconut, uh, and he decided to carry it everywhere, right? Now, it's a very dry coconut. Is it in the car still? It might be in the car. You wanna go get it? You wanna go get it quick? Or no, get it later. Get it later. But there's very dry coconuts in the car that he found and is carrying everywhere. So I think that was the start of this game idea. Can you describe? So we have a storyboard. I'm gonna open it up. Where is it? It's somewhere here. Yeah. What is that noise? Can you describe your storyboard?
So my storyboard is about a boy named Mike, and and his grandfather gave him a coconut, and he was on the table,
Right.
and he talks to give you the instructions, and sometimes he will give you compliments, and then he will tell you what to do, and, and you have to move to the second level.
You have to move to the second level. So your game has levels. What's the first level?
The first level is easy, where he tells you you have to get coconut and sell it. Get coconut seeds and make a coconut farm or sell the coconuts. Level two,
No, hold on. Say it again. Say it again.
level one
Mm-hmm.
is where he has a coconut
Right.
and he sells it to get coconut seeds, buys coconut seeds,
Right.
and then he plants the seeds into a
Mm-hmm.
garden, and he takes them down from he takes the coconuts down from the coconut tree
Mm-hmm.
and sells them, and that's they move to the next level.
Right. So I mean, so that's a story, right? We need to make it into a game. So we need to give Coconut Mike some challenges. Yeah? So let's go up to the first one. So he gets this coconut. So he's gifted this coconut like it's an inheritance almost, like it's a gift from his grandfather, right?
Okay.
And now he wants, and maybe it gives him a whole new vision of having his own
I just
um
got an idea what
coconut
the first
farm.
challenge could be.
Okay, what's the first challenge?
The first challenge is that once he gets the coconut, he tells his grandpa about the idea. Because, yeah, his grandpa says I have to do two chores before I can finally start selling the coconuts.
Oh, so before Mike can sell the coconut, he has to do chores. Oh, like what?
Like what? Like mopping the floor, washing the dishes, cleaning his, cleaning his bedroom,
Hmm.
cleaning the whole house.
You're making Mike work before he can sell this. All right. So I'm uploading your storyboard to Gemini to get I actually want to see, you know what? Let's just say review this storyboard. So I'm gonna hold your idea of chores as the first challenge in mind, right?
Review this storyboard.
Review this storyboard.
It says
We want to make a game
uh, space or coconut farmer.
that's based on this.
That. I need to see in the I can.
So it's trying that, and this is our storyboard. So you put some control buttons in. What does that say?
Hmm?
Make me pick up the what?
Coconut.
The coconut. Oh, so you have some control buttons there that can let you walk towards and pick up the coconut to sell it.
Yeah.
And is that Mike saying, "Great, now make me sell it"? And he has the coconut. Is that a coconut stand?
Yeah.
Coconuts for sale. And then he's going to go after a coconut garden, right? All right. I like it. So look at what Gemini says. Ooh, stop shaking this up. Uh, of course, as a great start, the storyboard does an excellent job of illustrating the core gameplay loop. Don't do this to my paintbrush, please. Core gameplay loop. It's clear, tells a story of progression, and lays a solid foundation.
Always and might actually made a story about it.
I bet it could make a story about it. We'll hold that in mind, because that may be part of the game anyway. Core gameplay loop. Based in storyboard, the player's journey looks like harvest. The player starts by acquiring coconuts. You're drawing of the coconut giant. Is there a coconut giant? That's one, two, three, four. It gets it wrong. That's good. Panel four is perfect visual for the successful harvest. The player takes the coconuts to market to sell, to start to sell them. To a market or store to start to sell them.
That's
And
spending.
that's vending, right? Wow, you learned that word in school?
Mm.
Then the player uses their earnings to make harvesting or selling more efficient. Because you have a cart. What did they say a cart? Oh, here.
Oh, you have to put the money inside there.
Right.
The card to appear and then harvest the
Oh,
coconuts.
beautiful. And then expand the process repeats. So you can scale up and you sell even more happy coconuts. This is a classic and very engaging tycoon, like a business tycoon. That's an old word that you usually use to describe somebody who has done very well at business, right? Or idle game loop that players find very satisfying. So here are a few thoughts on turning these storyboard panels into a concrete game. Harvesting coconuts. How does the player get coconuts? So this is step one. I'm going to put a step zero. Step zero. The first coconut is a gift
From his grandma.
from Mike's grandfather. And I'm going to add this in Manzanilla.
Manzanilla.
Yes.
Manzanilla. City.
Well, Manzanilla is a place in Trinidad where there are a lot of coconuts.
Is that the game?
That is the game. Excellent. So we added as step zero, right? Step zero, adding a narrative hook that gives the game so much more heart and purpose. It's not just about farming coconuts, it's about building on a family legacy. Using Manzanilla as the starting point is a fantastic touch. Anyone familiar with Trinidad, notice I didn't tell it about Trinidad. Anyone familiar with Trinidad knows that the Manzanilla to Mayaro stretch is the heart of coconut country. Isn't that cool? That's what I wanted it to kind of pull out of what I said. It makes the game feel authentic and grounded right from the start. Here's how we can build that opening into the game's first few moments. The opening is a gift and a choice. Hmm.
I'm still thinking about level two.
Well, we haven't even gotten to the opening yet. We need to see some of this become a game, you know. So you know what? I'm not going to go too far ahead before we see something working on the screen. Right? So give me a product requirements document, a PRD, that I can, a product requirements document. It's a document that describes how the game should work. So I can give my team some some context
I finally got an idea.
to get started building the game. So you got an idea for level two? Remember, we haven't even gotten past level one yet. We haven't seen it and we can see it. But while it's doing this, let me hear your idea for level two.
For level two,
Hmm.
he has to cut up the coconut and make this into a coconut drink.
Right.
And then take out the jelly from the coconut before he gives it to them. And he puts it in
Right.
a bag.
Mm.
Sells them to the customer.
So he's not just selling whole coconuts. He's selling coconut water, like around the savannah, and coconut jelly. Yeah? All right. So level one is building your stock of coconuts, your coconut farm. And level two is downstream industry. That's a nice fancy word, just meaning you can sell the coconut products and not just the coconut. All right. So it did this. All right. It is long. Look at that. What I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna copy the whole thing like this, which I've done before with bold. Copy that and give it to bold, and let bold do its stuff. So your level, I like your level two a lot because that is coconuts in Trinidad, right? That idea of harvesting, selling some as it is.
Making the game one time.
It's gonna try to make it one time.
Oh my goodness.
So look what it says. It thought for 9 seconds. Based on your comprehensive PRD, I'll create Coconut Farmer, a charming, idle tycoon game set in beautiful Trinidad and Tobago. You build it as a mobile-first experience with the core loop of planting, harvesting, selling, and upgrading coconuts. So we'll see what these features are. It's going to be story-driven and an interactive farm with a tap-to-harvest mechanism. And I like this because it doesn't have any idea of where we're going to go next. It's talking about the planting and harvesting, but you want to go to selling, right? I like that a lot. Let's see if it's what I wanted to do. I didn't want us to go too far ahead before we gave the machine something to try to work with. Yeah?
At least look a little bit like the first
Oh. Let me see.
the first three spaces.
As in one with the control button and then two with the make me pick up and then the other one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Oh, so it goes beyond that. So it talks about the features, which is story driven, interactive farm, market system, uh, upgrade for tools, game state, and Trinidad visuals. And then it has design elements, which are vibrant color palettes, clean storybook style, immersive farm view, progress indicators. It's going to be a responsive design, so you can play it on your phone or play it on your computer
And tablets.
and tablet, and with smooth animation. So now it's going through making the code files.
How come nothing is appearing in the big space?
Well, it's doing the work internally first, and then it'll give me something to present in a little while.
Now what? Oh,
Yeah, go while this is doing this, go get Noah's coconut now. Hmm.
have to look through the walls once.
Probably does. So this is the coconut that he found, and he's been carrying it there, right? Because it was in the car. Ah, it doesn't have any water. This is very dry, and maybe if you open this, you'd get some what we call in Trinidad dry coconut that you could use to make like sweet bread or something. I don't know, but isn't it light?
Yeah.
You know, that's how coconut travels.
Huh?
Yeah, that's how coconuts travel. That's why you often see them by the coastline, by seas. So one coconut, when it falls off of the tree, The waters in the beach takes it up, and then it floats, and it floats all around the planet. Wouldn't that be cool to add to the game?
Yes.
Like
That
a
could be the third level.
like
One
a
coconut, but one of the coconuts floats away in the sea, and the boat has to find them quickly before more customers come.
interesting.
And
So this is giving me a mobile thing I don't want. I don't really want that. And it's giving me some problems. Let's see if we can fix it.
boat is trying to resolve the problem.
Yeah. This is why I wanted to do this now, as opposed to going through all the levels and then trying. We started an early one, start with just one level and see if we get any issues. So notice how it showed me something called Expo. I don't really want that. It's a way to render things in the mobile.
I kind of feeling that boat like
Yeah, so I have Expo on my phone, but I'm not interested in using it just yet. I want this to run in the browser first. Oh, so notice it has an emulator here. It says iPhone 16. That's not bad.
iPhone 16. So it's when did we get to iPhone?
No, it's just a pretend. So look, it's starting to render something here. I'm gonna change this to responsive. Don't open it right now. It could leak out all over the place. All right. So I see here Mike's coconut farm. He doesn't have any money. So he has a farm. There's a market. He has upgrades, and he has story.
Oh, begin your journey.
Begin your journey. No, what were you gonna ask?
Huh?
What were you gonna ask?
I'm gonna ask where do we start playing the game?
This looks doesn't feel very gamey to me, but we'll come back to that. Let's see begin the journey. The story so far. Your grandfather, a wise old farmer, has given you a single special coconut. This coconut has been in our family for generations. Now it's your turn to make something of it. Starting with this one coconut, you can build a thriving coconut empire along the beautiful. Can you build a beautiful, thriving coconut empire along the beautiful coast of Trinidad and Tobago? So look at this, there are milestones and everything.
Okay.
Begin your journey. The gift. Your grandfather gave you a gift. All right.
So
What to do next? I like what you said that's all. You wanted to see something, right?
mhm.
All right, we'll come back to that. So, give you the gift. First steps. Plant a coconut tree. Oh, I think you have to come over here and plant a coconut tree.
That's where you want to go.
Plant it here.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So I planted it. Go back to the story. I did plant it. What am I supposed to do?
I have no idea.
I like this. Oh, look, something happened.
We
Oh
need
my God. I think something happened. Let's try that again.
$0.
Oh,
Why is it counting?
I think when I tap it I got 4 coconuts.
Now how do you sell it? You're supposed to sell it.
So I planted. It says 0 trees planted. Farm. What have we been doing here? What is this? Can I move these coconuts?
Maybe.
Plant again. Here.
Uh,
It's not even going anywhere.
why don't you speak to
16 coconuts. So I think I'm going ahead of the game.
why don't you ask what happened? Why isn't it
Go ahead. Ask it what?
why isn't the plants moving when you want it to move?
I like that. Can you show me where to plant coconut tree? It should
Move when you want it to move.
allow me to. Well, think about a real plant. You don't just move a plant, right? You have to. What do you have to do? You have to uproot it and transplant it or plant it somewhere else, right? allow me to uproot and plant it somewhere else in the garden. All right, somewhere in the garden. Do it somewhere else in the garden. What else should I do? Plant somewhere else in the garden. Somewhere else in the garden.
This this really light.
It's really light, right? So it could float. Put it over here.
But it also fall.
It could also fall somewhere else in the garden. Give me
I'll just see where is Mike.
lines.
And where is Mike? Where is Mike?
Also, where is the mic persona? I did, to me, I planted it, but it's not checking that I did it.
Video coconut. 16 coconuts. How do you get money?
You have to sell your coconuts.
Where?
You have 0 coconuts to sell. So I have coconuts here, but something was missing in terms of our movement. So we got the gift. So that's feedback as well. We could say to
I
Bolt.
press on his steps.
Well, I did, but nothing is happening.
About
Right?
sweet steps.
Sweet success. Well, almost certainly I should be able to press on those. Something about planting is not clear to me.
26 coconuts.
Like when I press this, I think it adds.
28 coconuts. 0 coconuts.
Tap the plus button to add to my grandfather's special coconut. Oh, look. Who's that?
Mike.
It's Mike. So it's making changes, right? So let's give it a chance.
You can't wait.
All right. I think the game needs some more usability. Like when we come over here in story, it's showing progress being 1, which is the gift. But we did planting, we didn't know what's happening, right?
Begin your journey again.
Yeah, because I think once I made those changes, it would kind of reset the information of the game.
Can we start with try again?
What do you want to try again?
Can we see what happens this time when you press begin?
I'm waiting for it to, if right here it's still actually like doing some processing. I'm gonna try it again.
A wise old coconut farmer has given you a single spin just blah 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 blah. He said that with a twinkle in his eye. Now it's your turn to make something of it. Blah 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 blah. You can build a thriving coconut empire. Can you build a thriving coconut empire? Blah 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 blah. That was boring.
You find that was boring?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good feedback. Remember, if you think it's boring, whoever's playing the game may think it's boring, right?
Yeah.
That's good feedback. So we could change that story in 2 ways, right? We could make it random, or before you start the game, we can ask you questions, the player, about yourself, what you like, what you find is interesting, and then change the story based on what you like. You're still playing the coconut game, but it'll get to know you. You may be even able to change Mike's name.
And so Amelia.
Wow, into Amelia, you just made up that name. Very nice. Hey, hey, put it down.
Oh, this is still on icing.
Yes, you think this takes long, but you know what? This is really, really fast. In the past, this would have taken me
20 days.
days for sure. And now we can just sit and be like, having a conversation while the thing is building. Not yet. It's still going through its updates. So far we have the selling bit of the coconuts. Sell coconuts in the market. We know we want phase two to be sell coconut products like coconut water and coconut jelly. And then we're thinking phase three is find your lost coconuts.
Washed away.
Coconut gets washed away, or there's a massive wave and it knocks down the coconuts and the coconuts begin to float away, and you have to jump on a drone with a special hook that'll go in the sea and pick up the coconuts.
Before the angry customers come and get what. Oh, and let's make it that they could style the they could style the custom. I mean the boys pants.
They can style my
The
okay.
baby. For one of those or something. And then put on their clothes, like whatever clothes they want to put on. And they could also style the stand.
So you can style the coconut stand and you can style the player, the vendor.
This is where it all begins. Tap the button. Plans my grandmother's special coconut.
So it did some things I wanted. It changed Mike's persona and it added a grid system for trees. It enhanced the user experience. It improves interactions. All right, I don't want to do this scan thing. All right, so back over on story, right? So it's starting over. Help Mike begin. So Mike receives the gift, and now we have to go plant our first coconut tree, right? So I press plant, and
And you have to have it. But in the middle,
oh no,
I press in the middle.
I did. This may mean something is broken.
Oh, probably he's just not finished.
Oh, I think something else is broken. All right, let's try this again. Let's refresh this screen. And then if that doesn't work, we'll just tell both, hey, something is broken. Nice. So something is broken. I'm okay with this. These things happen all the time, right? Even if I was writing this code myself, I would expect strange things to be happening.
When do you want when I finish so we can get this game, honey? When you start working on the next game that we're trying to work on, because we have one of them.
Well, I like that idea, but I want to spend some time on this first. Uh, I do want to fix what's causing it to be broken. When I press add, when I press plant coconut, nothing happens.
And also make
Plus, give me a debug window so I can see if there are any errors, issues, being as we. Not yet. Make the debug. Toggle over. I wanted to fix this issue before I add any more features. It needs to make this work. Fix this issue.
yeah. This is
Yeah, I don't mind this start over because one, we get to talk while it's doing its work. We're not actually writing that code. And I'll show you. Look at this.
people to make my next storyboard.
Oh, look at this. See this over here? It's writing all this code for me. I'm not doing any of that, which I would have had to do myself before. So I don't mind waiting a little bit.
I just want to make a storyboard. Got it.
Yeah, so where we will pause a bit is once we see it do this this first stage. Then you can get paper and build another game in the meantime. Yeah?
Mm.
So it's trying to fix something is causing it. When I press the plant button to not show the coconut tree I was showing before. So it's trying to fix that, right?
Oops. We only had a problem
Mm-hmm.
with getting the coconut trees to move. Getting different coconut trees to move.
Yeah.
Now we're getting a problem with the coconut trees up together.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's okay. That's how it sometimes happens.
Is it a Muslim?
It is. You know, the point you're making, that's a really interesting point. Like while we're doing this, you want to go work on another game, right? I love that. That's actually true. We could actually have this doing this for like multiple games at once. So while one game is on, I see it like a kitchen. While one game is cooking, the other game is cooking, and the pots are at different places. And I love that idea.
Is almost finished.
And the first game is almost finished, but the other one is going through its own development phase. I like that a lot. That's a good idea.
Two computers.
Well, I can just open another browser window and start another game process.
What if you started with one game process here, then another one over there,
Hmm.
then another one at the end of
Yep, we certainly could do that.
that would be crazy.
It'll be a lot. It'll be a lot.
And I don't understand how they could work audio good. I'm on the computer. I'm on the other computer.
Well, we're not. We're kind of waiting for it to finish, and we're working, so that's all right. All right, so let's see if this works. If this doesn't work, I'll have to jump in and look at do my own debugging. So,
Debugging.
story so far, the gift, and now we should be able to press this button. Wow, and I planted a tree there for us, right?
Zero.
And now it says great. I just need to wait for it to grow. Coconut trees take time, but they're worth it. That's interesting. So the tree is growing. So I have this little window here to help me. It's to tell me if there's any issues. So it shows the game status. One tree. So it sees one tree has grown. I saw the intro. I planted first. So if I go across to the story, it doesn't really update the milestones. My planted is first. But across here, so look, my coconut tree, I didn't do anything, and now there are 10 coconuts. Do you see that?
Yeah.
I think that's
That's just on the screen.
because I haven't harvested it yet.
Yeah.
But hold on,
And also how to harvest it.
I think I do. So look, tree one mature at
If only they had
10 coconuts ready.
only they had instructions like oh my god.
We'll come back to the instructions, but that's a good point. But look at this. We can see story progress here, but story progress isn't showing here. We can see story progress in the debug window of the game state, but it's not showing up on the story panel for Mike's journey. All right. So as I said, we just want to kind of get past. I want to get past these milestones here, and we can stop for a bit. But I love your idea of why not just go work on my other storyboard? I think that is very cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pause because we actually need to leave. We have to go out. But um, but I think mommy knows where we're going. Um, I like where we got to. I like where we got to. This is nice. I like this a lot. You might not like it, but I like this a lot because it's a lot of work to get to this point. You like it too?
Yeah,
So
I'm just waiting for the when they wait for the instructions because it's really convenient about it.
Well, this isn't this point is instructions. It's telling you the story so far. It's giving you milestones. Now, games are like that. You kind of have to figure things out. They don't like to give you everything at once because then it makes it too easy. So it has to be a little bit figure things out, right?
Well, see how many are there? See, are you going to have still coconut stuff?
So look at showing it now. Look at showing it now. First steps, you planted your tree. So what is he saying?
Next,
I
harvest
fixed
your
the story screen. Great. Now I just need to wait for the grow coconut. It's time they're with it. Harvest. Wow, my first coconuts. Now I need to take them to the market to sell. So
Let's go
yes,
to the
10
market.
coconuts. So go to the market and
Wait, customer.
as this is my first time selling at the market, I'm a bit nervous but excited. Wait
Wait,
for customer.
cus-
Customer waiting. Oh, what happened there? Wait for customer. I can't scroll properly. Something's wrong. Sell 5 coconuts. Sell 5 coconuts. No more coconuts to sell.
we have $50.
We have $50.
Hey,
Sorry, what do we need to do next?
what?
We need to do one more thing for the stage. Growing
My
business.
purchase his first update. Somebody needs to make some help. Coconut cheese with that.
So we can buy better seeds to increase how many more coconuts we get.
We bought, so now we have $0.
We have $0, 0 coconuts. But look at where we are in the story. Well, it doesn't show that we purchased our first upgrade.
Let's go and farm again.
Let's go on farm again. All right, 10. Let's add a
We have
tree.
$20.
Let's add a tree. I'm gonna add another tree. I'm gonna add a lot of trees.
You're gonna be rich.
And now we kind of have to wait.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So you can see the coconut is going through the stages, the tree is going through stages. See that? So we have 10 to harvest here.
Let's harvest the 10 coconut.
Or we can harvest it now. All right, fine. Another tree is ready to start producing coconuts.
Look, girl,
I think our upgrade didn't go through
10.
because the upgrade we have should increase the number of coconuts per harvest. No, we don't have any money, so let's look. He's making more.
Oh my goodness.
This is amazing.
Oh, 80 coconut.
80 coconuts. Let's go to the market. What is he saying? I have no coconuts to sell.
Because it says 0 coconuts right there.
No, but we have
Miss,
80 coconuts here.
well, oh my goodness.
Exactly. Something's wrong.
Business is
Something's
good. They
wrong.
actually events updates.
This is good. No, I see there's a problem here. Potential problem detected. Show problem. Can't update coconut while so and so. All right, not to update the set state code to follow the stack trace. I'm gonna tell both to try to fix it. In the meantime, we have coconuts.
Coconut. More
That's what
coconut.
my debugger is saying. But your
Now that's a kind of upgrade.
that's what the logs are saying. Anything in logs? Any problems?
Mm, that was
This is very cool. I think this is cool. What do you think?
cool. Can we have some coconuts?
Well, something is wrong. Something is wrong.
Can we have some coconuts first?
But as I'm saying, if you come here, oh, you mean harvest these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Coconut trees.
So you should go across here and you should see coconuts here. So it's trying to fix a problem. And I think
Both is trying to resolve problems.
it's trying to resolve that problem, right?
Please don't make, please, both don't start over. We already have 80 coconuts. Do we? I don't remember how much coconuts we have. Mm. Can anyone see if there are more coconuts in the tree?
Yeah, we certainly can. I think there are.
Oh, we already have 100.
Yeah, it's going really well.
I'm sure we're going to be rich. Mm. Mhm. Harvest the coconuts. So we can get more coconuts and we get money.
What are our next two stages?
Level 2 and level 3. Level
Hmm.
2,
Mhm.
more stuff with the coconut. And level 3, find coconuts up and down the level.
Okay. So level two is coconut products. Level three is
Find the
coconut coconut recovery.
coconut. The
I
stick
think we're down to
coconut.
0. I think it start over, right? Let me see.
No.
Oh no, it didn't start over. And look, it sees everything, right? It sees all the milestones for phase stage one.
You finished so well.
Yeah, we did.
Now make stage 2, where you can make more products of the coconut.
We will do that later. It's time to go. This was nice. This was really nice. All right. Cheers, online people, whoever you are.